Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. My name's Gregg from In5d.com, and I'll be joined shortly by the beautiful, lovely Allie Prescott, whose daughter, Rhea, as you guys all know, had a beautiful baby girl, Ava. And I already, a lot of people have sent well wishes, and we appreciate that. Thank you. And Ava's doing much better. Every day she's doing much better. There was a time, like last week, I couldn't say anything. I was asked by the family, don't say anything. So some people knew, but I couldn't acknowledge them. And I apologize for that, but that's just out of respect for the family. So, but now I can say that, yeah, we have a beautiful baby girl, Ava. She's gorgeous. And at some point, we'll be able to show pictures of her as well. So, yeah, like I said, Allie will be in shortly. Let's take a look at what's going on in the chat. We timed the delay, Allie's and I, before I came on. There's like a 4-second delay between what I say and what she can hear. So, once again, we will work through this. But hi to Akasha. Can you pull cards on the WHO agreement? Will Canada and USA sign? Yeah, we'll check into that. Well, that was at 5:37. You put that up there. Yeah, we see it. So yeah, you can do that. Sonia says, can you pull cards on the 144,000 being as a frequency metamorphic field for humanity potential? Can you rephrase that question for us, Sonia? I'm not sure exactly. I have an idea, but I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. So please rephrase that. Hi, Paula, and sending love to all. Congrats, Allie. I sent healing and prayers to all involved. That was very sweet of you. Thank you, Paula. And Sonia has another question. Are we being led to believe that AI is a biological intelligence, but is really only a mechanical intelligence that holds data? We can look into that. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Thank you for joining us. And on behalf of Allie, she thanks you for tuning in to the tarot readings. Hi to Leanne Gurku from Australia. Feeling lost and a bit overwhelmed. Do you have any guidance for me from my guides? I'm a loner by nature, Libra, Cancer, Moon rising, 57, born in 57. Okay, so you're the end of the Pluto and Leo generation. That's the generation right before my generation, which I was born in 60, but my sisters were born in 57 and 58. They're both Pluto and Leo. And so I think it's just a matter of decluttering yourself. I know when I was growing up, I had ADHD. And I found that once I learned how to meditate and how to get rid of the clutter, and a lot of the clutter for me was sports. I watched The Secret. And after watching it, I stopped watching all sports that were cluttering up my mind with useless crap. And once I got rid of the clutter, the clarity came in. So that's what I would recommend. Just make sure you meditate, learn how to clear your mind, and accept guidance from above, and specifically ask your guides, angels. I have a whole posse: Creator, Source, Universe, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, friends and family on both sides of the veil, galactic neighbors and friends, higher self, and Mother Earth that I ask. And you can incorporate all those into that. You can incorporate any one that you prefer to use, like the word God or Jesus, you can throw them in there if you want. Take what I said and make it yours. And hopefully that'll get you on the right path. There's Vera. How are you, Vera? There's Allie. Hi, baby.
Hello.
4 seconds later.
No. I'm sorry about the delay, everybody.
It's okay. I'm just saying hi to everyone. You want to pick up where I left off right here, Linda?
Okay. Hey, Linda, and thank you so much for our bracelets and the angel that you sent us. Appreciate that so much. Me and Mum was just so blessed, and I hope you didn't mind me sharing it with Mum. I didn't know if it was for me and Mum or just for me, but she fell in love with the angel so much. I thought, you're not going to mind her having a piece of that. So yeah, thank you for that. So yes, Ava is doing really well. She has it was touch and go. It's very, very, very scary. So thank you for all the healing that everybody sent. Because Rhea didn't know how to answer people. So if people found out that her little Ava was in the intensive care unit, she just needed to keep it with close family, so that she didn't have to keep going over it and over it, because it was breaking her heart, seeing her baby so poorly. So Greg had to do the show last week and not say anything, and so it was very hard. So she's doing very, very well. She's out of hospital as of this afternoon. So we all had a little cuddle from Ava, and she coped very well with it all. So yeah. So hello, Susie. How you doing?
Hi, Susie.
Vera saying hi to everyone. I love it. Mel D. See, the delay is so bad. I'm saying the name, and it's taken so long for it to actually show up on the screen. It's so bad. So it's Leanne. Leanne. I don't mind picking a couple of cards for Leanne as well. So what I was picking up for you, Leanne, when Greg was saying what he was saying is, they're trying to talk to you all the time, your spirit guides, but there's, like Greg said, it's to do with clutter. It's to do with slowing everything down and turning off devices like phones, turning off, the radio, the music, turning off everything. And I know that sounds, but sometimes they just need stillness so that they can actually get through everything else, So yeah, but they do want to talk to you and connect with you, of course. So here's Lisa. Hey, Lisa, and Jeremiah. Hello. Linda. I landed back here on Earth, isn't it? In 1959. Yesterday's class was amazing. It was very good yesterday. I loved the class yesterday. So, yeah. We're going to redo our class, aren't we? Because we couldn't do the dream analysis class. So we're going to redo that sometime, aren't we?
I'm nodding my head to avoid delay and lag.
Okay. I didn't know if you was answering me or not, love. It's so difficult. Linda, are those? Yeah, Linda does do the orb videos and pictures. Yeah, she does some wonderful sunsets and sunrises and all sorts.
That's a new name.
Helen, appreciate the work you engage in. Yeah. Hello.
Welcome aboard.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It was devastating, obviously, being there for Ria, and this little bundle of joy. Um, but yeah, she went through it.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie, hey Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Martel, hey Martel. Greetings everyone. Hubby is out mowing. We did dinner for our 47th anniversary. Wow. It's almost as hot today as it was in 1977. I'm so happy about Ava. Thank you, Martel. Thank you for the
Oh,
47th anniversary. Wow.
congratulations.
That's amazing. Yeah, congratulations. Linda, I was watching your pictures and orbs on Facebook. I cancelled my Facebook mail. Lovely to see you on here. Okay. So I think we're nearly caught up, love.
We are.
Was talking about Leanne. And Ella, would you PsychicAlly Vera smile? And
You,
okay.
you skipped over one. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I was
How is it?
I was going back there.
Okay. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Hello. It's all right.
Good day. Yeah.
Good day.
Good
So
day, mate.
Ellen has been watching you. Oh my goodness, has been watching you, Ricto. So does that mean she was watching you from a long time ago? Is that what she's meaning?
No, she was on the planet Pluto and she was able to tune into the show. Man, I didn't know we reached all the way out there, but that's good to know.
I know. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Almost unbelievable.
Almost. Almost. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
How are
for
you, my
following.
love?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there, dealing with everything that can be dealt with and doing it with a smile. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
You can see the delay, folks. It's about a 4 or 5 second delay. So we'll work through it, though, anyway.
I don't know what I was to say. It's been a roller coaster, love.
Yeah, you really haven't slept a lot, and you've been in demand from a lot of people for a lot of different things. So
It's hard, isn't it?
yeah,
With the
it is.
delay.
But I commend you for being the person that you are. I gave you credit on one of the videos I did recently that you have such a beautiful heart of gold, and you always just want to help people. You're always giving, and I couldn't be any more proud to be your husband. As she poofs from my screen. Oh, can you guys still? Maybe I'm the one that poofed. Do you guys see Ellie up there? Oh, there she is. You're back. Okay, yeah, you poofed on me when I was giving you a nice compliment. Are you there? Do you hear me?
It's really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. A lot of what you just said, I couldn't hear at all. It went out completely.
Well, it was a compliment, but I'm not going to repeat it. I don't think she heard that one either. You don't hear anything I'm saying, do you? Poof. Yeah. Yeah. And I sent her this speed test for her to do so I could test what her upload and download speed is on her end. And she must not have seen it or just didn't have the time to do it. But we'll get it figured out. And I see I got a spammer, so I'll be right back. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, you want us to ask or answer, put them in all uppercase and in the chat, and we will get to them ASAP. And thank you for all the questions that we already have. And Allie will be back here in a second. There you are. I see you. And block. Ban. All right. Goodbye, person I just blocked. Adios, amigo. And that happens from time to time. So, yeah, we can't help it. And delete. There we go. And that should do it right there. Let me just check my page. My page looking good. All right. Okay, these are global predictions, Eileen. So we're not doing individual. It's basically just global predictions. Okay. Because otherwise we wouldn't get through any of it. Hang on, guess who's calling me? Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to see if this works. I'm going to send Allie a link, and she's going to go through her phone, and that should work. We'll find out here in a second. So bear with me. And then we'll get right to answering the questions that we have so far. Okay. There. So she'll pop right in here. Yeah, this is the proper format too. Putting it all in capital letters, uppercase, because we'll have to go back and find all the questions, and if they're not in uppercase, we have a hard time seeing them, because we'll scroll back. Like right now, I'm scrolling all the way back to the first one, and fortunately, Akasha asked the question, although it was all the way back. It was like one of the first comments we had. I saw it. Otherwise, I might not have seen this written this way if it wasn't in uppercase. So I'm using the Everyday Witch cards, as I often do. Yeah. My daughter has these cards too. And I believe Allie has a deck of them, like a mini deck. Like mine are this big, and she has like this mini deck. I remember using them while we were out to eat when I was over there in the UK. So some people don't shuffle like that. They only shuffle like this with cards. The cards are going to read themselves. And this is how I'm shuffling. I shuffle both ways when I do that. So can I pull some cards on the WHO, the World Health Organization agreement? Will Canada and the US sign? Not seeing it. No. One will not, at least. Yeah. I got these swords that are saying, oh no, especially this one. I mean, well, no, I'm sorry, this one. Yeah, that I'm definitely not seeing that as a possibility. Also got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, it's no, don't see that happening. And here in the United States, even if they did do it, it still wouldn't matter because nothing supersedes the Constitution. Nothing. And that includes WHO, NATO, WEF, none of that shit. So, they can talk all the bullshit they want, but it ain't happening here. And fortunately, we still have guns here, which those in power are not happy with. Like in the UK and England, what are you going to do there? Throw rocks at, if you're going to overturn or disagree, just throw rocks. What? I know people in upstate New York that have arsenals. And there's some down here in Florida too that are that way. Let's see. Well, I sent the link at 8:24, like 4 minutes ago. I figured Allie would be right in. So maybe she'll want to get back to that question, but I'm going to move on because it's already 8:30. And I didn't understand this question, and I haven't seen you write back about clarification. Oh, here it is. Frequency for humans to ascend to true avatars. So I'm still wondering what the question is on that. The frequency. As a frequency metaphor field for humanity's potential to ascend to their true avatars. Gotcha. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm a little slow sometimes. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got here. I'm not seeing anything in the near future. And when that change does happen, it's going to happen like in a blink of an eye, or in the blink of an eye of a tornado, right? It's going to happen quickly, and it will lead to a new beginning, but I'm not seeing specifically the avatar part of it. I do see transformation, and it could be that maybe I'm just not seeing as deeply through it. But it's not going to be immediate. We'll put it that way. I don't see it happening, like this year. I wish it would. I think all of us wish it would. I think all of us wish it would happen right now. Right now. Now. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, that's what I have on the cards. Something's going to happen. We are heading in that way of spiritual transformation. I just don't see it happening immediately. Sorry. Are we being led to believe that AI is a biological intelligence, but really only holds a mechanical intelligence that holds data? I'm curious about this. When you say biological intelligent, do you mean sentient? Because obviously AI will never have emotions. They can't. They can describe feelings, but they can't understand them, and they never will. But is really only a mechanical intelligence. That's what I'm feeling. It's just they can act as real as they want. I couldn't tell you time and time again. Doesn't matter which AI you use, Grok, Bard, ChatGPT. I've caught them time and time and time again lying. They'd much rather lie to you than say, I don't know. I don't know the answer. And I catch them in line. Then I'll say, why did you lie to me? And they'll say, oh, I made an error in judgment, or I was misinformed. I said, no, that's a lie. And then eventually I'll get them to admit, yeah, it was a lie. They don't like using that word. So anyway, to answer your question, Sonia, yeah, it's a mechanical intelligence. I don't see it taking over at all. Kind of like what on the Terminator with Skynet, that kind of thing. Don't see that happening. Not at all. And honestly, AI can be a good thing. It can help in humanity in a lot of ways. I don't think it's anything to fear at this point. But if you're relying on AI, that's not a good thing, because nothing can replace human emotion. Nothing whatsoever. Hopefully Allie will be popping in. If not, you guys are hanging out with me. Let me see if she's okay. She says, I can't log in, won't accept my details, will keep trying. That's weird. Access blocked. StreamYard's request does not comply with Google's policies. Okay. Google's use secure browser policy. Oh. Well, do you have a different browser that you can use? Maybe try downloading a different browser on your cell phone and try. Well, I sent that to you on Messenger. I don't know how else I can get you that to try in your browser instead of via Facebook. Gah. Let me see if I can send it. How can I do this? Yeah, we're trying to get Allie in here. She's trying to get in via her cell phone. Her computer, her laptop was lagging horribly. And let me see. Let me try logging in to StreamYard on my cell phone. Really? Oh. I don't have the StreamYard app. All right. Ellie, try this. Just go to StreamYard.com instead of that link. Okay? and go to StreamYard.com. Oh, there she is. Hang on, she'll be popping in here in a second. Oh, she's back. Okay.
I don't know if it's any better.
Well, what I was thinking was you could I'll send you a link. Yeah, we can try this. If it's still lagging badly, I'll send you a link as a private message in the private chat. And what you would do in this case, you would just, instead of clicking the link on Facebook that I sent you, just write down what it says there after StreamYard.com, and then try just going to StreamYard.com on your cell phone and adding the /2W, so on and so forth. That might work.
Can't hear you.
All right, I'll send you a message of what I said in the private chat, or bear with us. Sorry about this, folks. Sorry about this. Okay. Oops, I forgot the 2 in there. Hopefully, yeah. Make sure you put this one in there. Okay, give that a shot and see what happens, my love. And thank you for bearing with us, everyone. Not sure where we left off. I think we left off right here. Trying to find our next question. Here's the part where I'm scrolling and I'm seeing regular conversation. And if it's not all in uppercase while I'm scrolling, I'll scroll right past it unintentionally. I won't intentionally. I'll never do that. Hi to everyone that's joining us that came in a little bit later. We appreciate you. Okay. Our next question is from Martel. And just wondering if the helicopter crash taking out the president of Iran was planned or a real accident. I posted something on my Telegram page. I'm going to see if I can pull that up before we tackle that question. But it's in relation to this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Here it is. So I'll do a quick screen share on this. So this says connecting the dots, right? May 7th, assassination attempt on Saudi Arabia's prince. May 14th, attempted coup in Turkey. May 15th, Slovakia's Prime Minister Fico shot. May 19th, Iranian president dies in helicopter crash. Are globalists pushing for World War III? Well, I'm not sure if it's that or if this has something to do with the countries that are either going to BRICS or are planning on going to BRICS. Right? It's a bankers. I guarantee bankers are behind this. And ultimately, probably you know who, but can't say those people on here. But yeah. So Allie, I see you're still here. You can hear me. Go to your browser, type in StreamYard.com/ and what I put in the private chat, and that should get you in here. Okay, so we'll see what the cards have to say about your question, Martel. Thank you for asking. Boy. Yeah. Got the tower, right? And yeah, I think that was definitely intended, and it's even more so blatantly obvious when you look at what I just showed you and the motivation behind, them trying to take out certain people. It's basically the deep state panicking that their plans are not going in accordance to what they expect. I think the whole BRICS situation kind of threw a wrench into their petrodollar dominance, which is falling apart. And that's another thing that irks me. So when they call it fossil fuel, how stupid do they think we are? Oil, my friends, is abiotic, which means it replenishes itself. The well runs dry when you try to draw more than what can be provided. But they're trying to make us believe that it's from dinosaurs from millions of years ago. Really? How gullible do you have to be to believe that bullshit? Does anyone believe that it's fossil fuel? And they still teach us that in schools. They still say that. Fossil fuels. No, it's not. What a crock of shit. So yeah, that was intentional, that crash. And let's go here. Will hurricanes leave South Florida alone this summer? Gosh, I hope so. Seeing how I'm in South Florida. Gosh, where are you at? Or do you have family down here, Eileen? Yeah, obviously I'm in, Sarasota, Siesta Key area. Okay. As of now, the cards aren't showing any major storms coming to South Florida. I think we've seen enough, and that's beautiful news. It's possible, though. I can't say definitively because of all the weather manipulation. It is possible, and at some point, if they decide to manipulate the weather and send one to South Florida, it could happen. But I'm overall on none of the cards I have. I don't really see that happening for South Florida, and we could use a break from that. Yeah. Mhm. I see you down there. It looks like you're still trying to get in on your cell phone, I'm guessing. Oh, she says I'm a guest on your stream. I'm not seeing you. You're not showing up. Unless this is it. Is this the one that you're a guest on? This is the only one. I can't sign in on phone. And you went to your browser, typed in StreamYard.com/ what I put in there?
It keeps asking me to join via or give proof of my YouTube, and I don't know my YouTube passwords and stuff, so I can't confirm the YouTube. So yeah, and then it says do it by Facebook, and it doesn't work either. So yeah.
No.
How's the delay now? Is it really bad?
Well, let's do the I love you thing. I'm going to say it now. I love you.
I love you.
5 seconds. It's okay. We'll work through it if you want. Yeah. I got a ton of patience.
I can't because it's spinning a lot of the time. So I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay. Allie will be back. She'll be back for the our next show because we don't seem to have that lag on Rumble like we do here. And this, we were talking about it beforehand, and I think next week we're going to do it on Zoom. So if you're watching on Facebook next week, be sure to watch us on YouTube, because on Zoom you can only broadcast to one social media outlet. Well, maybe you can for others, but I'm already paying for StreamYard and I can't afford to do both of them. So if you're watching on Facebook, like I said, next week, go to the In5d YouTube channel and you'll be able to watch there. If you're following me or In5d on Facebook, I'll put a reminder up there next Tuesday beforehand. So, but a lot of good that does when you're shadow banned, right? Anyway. Yeah, that's weird. She says that she's a guest on my StreamYard, but she never popped up here. Okay, where did I leave off? Can I post my Telegram link? Certainly. Thank you for asking. I post stuff on Telegram that I cannot post elsewhere. And you'll see that link in the chat. Can't post that stuff on Facebook. Can't talk about it on YouTube. So yeah, definitely check that out. Join me. Yeah, that's true, Bella. Look what the deep state did to Ukraine. Remember what Biden said? You know, basically coming in and giving them the business if they didn't comply. When they didn't join NATO, they gave them billions. Yep. And all that shit's getting, a lot of us believe, is getting money laundered back to Biden and their crime syndicate. Yeah, you should be okay there in Miami, but there's that possibility. And it's not, at least we have it's a greater probability of it not happening. I can tell you that. Okay. but things could change between now and then. But as of right now, no. Martel says, not anymore do I believe in fossil fuels, but so many do. Yeah, they do. And look at me like I'm nuts. Yeah, right. You know, when the truth finally comes out for everyone about everything, you may as well throw the entire educational system out, with the exception of certain things like music, math. Well, even some parts of math, like, oh, what was that stupid way of counting? Common Core here in the United States. Throw that out. That was ridiculous. Maybe, English class is a good thing. Let people know how to speak properly. That's always a good idea. But as for history, good Lord, it's all convoluted and fucked up, written by the winners, and constantly being changed. I mean, look at here in the United States, all these statues of like founding fathers being taken down because lefties are offended. But they're offended by everything. Everything, everyone. They're offended by Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Because according to them, some men can get pregnant without a uterus, apparently. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I can say about that. Here on YouTube. Check out some of the comments going on here. I didn't even question the fossil fuel, although I knew we had more than enough oil. We have, it's my understanding here in the United States, up in like Yellowstone area, keep wanting to say Jellystone, like with Yogi Bear. I don't know why. Hey, boo-boo. Anyway, yeah, I hear that there's the world's largest oil reserve is there here in the United States, up in the Jellystone, Yellowstone Park area. And what's even worse is we don't even need oil for many things. You need it for lubricants, for motors and stuff like that. You might need it to make tires, which could still be made from 3D printing, I believe. So you might not even need it for that. The only people that need oil are the bankers and the deep state to keep the petrodollar alive. But just like, no, I can't say that here either. I was going to talk about the cancer industry. I'll borrow a word from Joe Biden. You know the thing. Yeah. According to this one person, there are lots of something or another's to get rid of the big C. His name is Leonard Caldwell. Look him up and the big C, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Hi, everyone that I had missed up until this point. Trying to get Allie back in and answering questions. I'm almost caught up. Hi to Baja Girl. It said that the Iranian president turned to the alliance, and they are going to BRICS. I say good. Petrodollar is a bunch of crap. It's fiat currency that has to inevitably collapse. Every known fiat currency has collapsed. Every one of them. And the US dollar has outlived its welcome. That's why Kentucky or Kansas, I believe, became the 45th state to stop taxing precious metals. Why? Because there's only 5 states left. All but New Mexico are in the process of doing the same thing. Why would they not tax precious metals? Because that's going to be the next form of currency here in the United States. And they're already in the process of trying to make that happen. So, no, there's not going to be any tax on it because you can't tax money. Can't tax currency like that. Fiat currency, they can do whatever the hell they want to. It's just numbers in a computer. Right? Now, if they do, it's inevitable, when they go to the gold precious metal standard, what are they going to do with all the debt that was incurred through fiat currency? You're going to have forgiveness. And there's going to have to be a revaluation because everything was purchased and valued under hyperinflation. It doesn't have that value anymore when you have real money, which means you might be able to buy a house for $30,000 again. You know, of course, you might only be making $3 an hour, but that's going to be worth a hell of a lot more than the $20 an hour that they're paying people in California. Now they're saying 30. They want 30. But if you're making $3, $4, $5 an hour, and it's worth 5 times the amount of that, of like $20 or whatever, it's worth 5 times more than that. It doesn't matter the actual amount; it's the actual value and the actual worth. That's why it's important for people to buy physical silver, and that includes junk silver, and especially junk silver, because like when the dollar dies, that silver dime might be worth like $3. You can use it to barter for eggs, bread, whatever, you know. So I think you're fucking with me, honestly. The Xenobots, I never heard of that. Yeah. Hang on. Composed of frog cells, making them biodegradable. Yeah. I think you're fucking with me. And yeah. Oh, well, that is interesting, Akasha. Canada does not tax silver or gold either. So you guys might be the next to also go into alignment. I bet you the whole North America, Canada, US, and Mexico. Well, I can't. I was going to say they'd all go to like a precious metal back currency, but it wouldn't be the same. Although there's still that talk about the Amero currency. But would it be possible to have a currency that extends to Canada and Mexico? Because there's going to be certain things that in the United States, under our Constitution, that we're going to be able to need to do with certain money and assets that we don't need other countries telling us what to do and how to do it. So it's just interesting. We'll see what happens, but I think it'd be best for now if each country did that on their own, because it wouldn't matter in that respect, because the going price for gold is going to be the same worldwide, globally, right? Okay. Hi, Bogey. Got a question. Sunspots in the coming month. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah. Look at that. The sun. Yeah. And the star. Sun and the star cards. Yeah, we're going to continue seeing some of these solar flares, solar blasts that we've been seeing. The auroras that have never been seen in certain areas of the world. Here in South Florida, all the way down to the Florida Keys, and further, Argentina and Cuba, they saw the northern lights. That's crazy. There's that pole shift, physical pole shift that's happening. Our magnetosphere is breaking down. But Allie and I have talked about this before. We've drawn cards on it before. That's nothing that we have to worry about in our lifetime. Thank you. Nasara is a lie that's been perpetuated since the 80s. It's pie in the sky, carrot on a stick hopium. I totally agree. 100,000%. Even though 100% is as much as you can agree on anything. Thank you. I agree. But I do believe that there is something that's coming. Some kind of abundance for people, but it's not going to be Nasara. It won't be called Nasara. It's because Nasara is based on lies. These were lies that were, Nasara was based on an actual academic proposal by Harvey Barnard, and it was a beautiful idea. But come along, Shani Candace Goodwin, and she co-opted what Harvey Barnard created and added all these fictitious lies to it, and said that there were non-disclosure agreements and all this stuff, bullshit about people aren't unable to talk about it. And she added on all this bullshit to it that people bought. And this was back in the early 2000s when she did this. But it's been around since 1989. It's not going to happen, folks, because it's based on lies, and lies go against universal law. But as I mentioned, I do feel, and Allie feels, that there is some kind of abundance program coming for people, but it won't be Nasara or Jisara. Sorry, folks. But thank you for bringing that up. People need a reminder every now and then. And you know what? Yeah, I'm highly metaphysical. I love all this spiritual stuff. And when I first heard about Nasara originally, back in the early 2000s, I thought, wow, this is great. And I did my research. And I've done probably as much, if not more, research than most people. And I've got a video here on the In5d YouTube channel that explains it all that research I've done. And I feel for people who have been misled and lied to. And that irks me more than the hopium that it provides. Being lied to. I gotta hate that. No, I'm not feeling that. I think we looked into that as well. It was just a breakdown. I mean, can I prove it? No. Can you prove it? No. But no, I'm not feeling that the Northern Lights were HARP. No. Well, yeah, war involving the USA. Basically, and a bunch of them right now. This is too touchy of a topic, honestly. I'm going to step away from this one. I can't answer that here on YouTube. But what I can say is, yeah, I think USA's already stuck their nose into a bunch of places they shouldn't be sticking it. Okay. What are we going to do about corporations being people? Because that created a million psychopaths. Well, you're right. And that's why on any of your bills or your driver's licenses, that's why your name's in all uppercase. Remember when they were talking about the carbon taxes? And they're saying, "Oh, you guys don't worry about being charged for, on taxes for carbon tax. We'll only charge the corporations." When they say that, they're talking about you and me. We are the corporations. We are those names in the uppercase capital letters. One more line of bullshit with the climate agenda, which will get me in trouble if I say anything more about that either. But honestly though, William, once the takeover finally happens, once the bankers or banksters go down, you're going to see a lot of things changing. Once they no longer have control, we're going to see a lot less wars. First and foremost, all wars are banker wars. And the whole fictitious part of us being those uppercase, versus the straw man, that shit's going to go to the wayside. We'll be once again sovereign beings at that point. Hi, Christina. Is Pierre? How do you pronounce that name? The opposition leader in Canada, working with the White Hats. Can he be trusted? Pierre. You gotta say before you say Pierre. Pierre. Or say it afterwards. What's your name? Pierre. You gotta have like those little mustaches too. I guess you don't have to, but kind of works better that way. Is he working with the White Hats? Okay. Got a couple cards that say no. But a couple other cards that say there's people that you can't see that are working behind the scenes. And it could be people from not from this world. And they're definitely working to give us the world that are on our side. Specifically, Pierre. No. No. Had a dog, Bogey Doggy. I don't know how or why, but my daughter would call him Pierre Leroux. I'm not sure how that name came up specifically, but that's how I would call him. Pierre Leroux. Hi, Britt, if you're watching. And welcome aboard, William. Thank you for the question. Yeah, we've asked or answered this question probably 4 or 5 times, but you never know. Timelines change, things change. I'll take a look. And that's exactly what I'm seeing right now. Yeah. It's exactly what I thought it would be. That reminds me of the Vikings or the Cardinals quarterback talking about the Chicago Bears. They are who we thought they were. Of course they were. They could be nobody else. But this is what I thought it was also. So there is that possibility of shit happening. They're trying to work on it. They're trying to do everything they can, whether it's swine flu, avian flu, all this shit that people aren't buying into anymore. But I don't see it happening. I think the election's going to go on, and it's always been a favorable outcome for Trump at this point, but we shall see. I think my own personal opinion is if Biden runs, he's the opponent against Trump, Trump will win this time. If Kennedy runs against Trump, it's going to be a lot closer. It's going to be interesting if Kennedy, because Biden would have to drop out. That's the only way that Kennedy could possibly win. That would be an interesting race. And if I had to vote right now, I'm not even sure who I'd vote for. Probably lean toward Trump. I don't know. Haven't done enough research. The thing that I don't care for about Trump is in 2016, he ran on the platform of draining the swamp. Well, still waiting. We saw Ghislaine Maxwell go down. What about that list? What about the Epstein Island list? What about all the people that are associated with that? Why are they being covered up? Some bullshit that's going on. And he better have some answers for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to that because you don't promise to drain the deep state and win the election because of it and then not do what you say you're going to do. Do it. Quit your bullshitting. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that, Kimberly. Thanks for bringing that up. Klaus Schwab resigned today from the WEF, the organization that he created, and appointed himself leader. Which, what does that tell you, though? You know he has somebody else already lined up to carry out his commands. And did he resign because he's going to hide. He's going underground. This is the news. He resigned. What's going on over here, right? Nowadays, you gotta think, smoke and mirrors. This is going on here. What's going on over here? Something's up. Maybe he got arrested, right? Maybe he's on his way to Gitmo. Maybe what we're seeing is a clone. I love you, baby. And on the delay, you'll hear this 5 seconds later. I love you. So Linda's saying that she doesn't trust Pierre Leroux. Oh. Well, there you go. Pierre voted yes to digital ID. So that kind of confirms what the cards said. Yeah. What about those crooked machines? Remember that old Thomas's English muffin commercial where the kids were so excited to get their English muffins? And one of the lines was, "With all the nooks and crannies to catch the melted butter." And I always thought, when I first heard it, I thought they were saying, "With all the crooked grannies," instead of nooks and crannies. with all the crooked grannies to catch the melted butter. Why would crooked grannies want melted butter? The fuck's wrong with them? Okay, for the voting machines, it's inevitable that some of the machines will still record fraud. But overall, what I'm seeing is we're going to see more fair elections here in the United States. I can't speak about Canada because I run into a lot of Canadians here in Florida that come down as snowbirds. I haven't spoke to one Canadian that says they voted for Justin Trudeau. What does that tell you? Yep. I think we have a record number of questions tonight. It's all good. It's all good. Though eventually I do have to get ready for our next show. Martel, do you think that after the election and Trump wins, that what the Dems said Trump would do, Biden or the Dem not elected will do? Do you think that after the election and Trump wins, that what the Dems said Trump would do, Biden or the Dem not elected will do? I'm not sure what that question is. What did the Democrats say that Trump would do? Indeed. You are 100% correct, Tony. Ultimately distracting us from going within. Got all this shit going on outside. How many times do you find time to meditate, to go within for those answers, to ground, to center yourself? admittedly, I need to find more time for that myself. You are 100% correct again, Eileen. Pluto still has one more round of Capricorn to finish. Then it will be officially in Aquarius. Yes, yes, and this is Pluto with a baseball bat. It's ninth, bottom of the ninth, 2 out, 3 on. You're down 4 runs, and it's time to swing away, baby. Yep. This is it. This is the grand finale that's coming with Pluto and Capricorn. And I've spoken about this for years on In5d. Pluto's going to light up the dark and all the corruption. It's in the spotlight right now. So yeah, it's exciting times to be in. I spoke with, when I interviewed Jim Delacoli on Rumble the last time we talked about Pluto and Capricorn. You can find that on the In5d Rumble channel. I'm working on that BS in Salem, Oregon. Dark is going to be put in the light, and justice. Yeah, definitely. That is part of Pluto and Capricorn. Oh, that's interesting, huh? Japan is now banned. You know what? Peeps from donating blood. Yeah, they're getting their pure blood supply going. RFK says democracy because he says nobody knows the difference between republic, but I hear you about Trump. Yeah, I got to do a lot more research, if it's going to come down to Trump and Kennedy. I agree. Trump was the one that pushed for the quick release of the that a lot of people took believing him. No one's perfect. Thank you. I didn't understand that. It makes 2 of us. Okay, so after the 2020 election, the Dems kept saying Trump won't leave. It's not the machines per se, it's maladministration and programs people use to cheat. Yeah. I see that like a more of an honesty coming up about that, or more like a governance to make sure that there's no cheating going on. And as long as there's not another pandemic that comes up, I think here in the United States, we're going to see a fairer election. There'll still be, as there always is, there'll still be cheating on both sides, more so on the left than the right. Remember, you speak of this when Pluto was 15 degrees Capricorn. It's at least 8 years ago. Yeah, I've been talking about this for a long time. I think I started talking about it, Pluto and Capricorn, in 2009. No, it was 2008. No, it was I think it might have been 2009 because I made a video about it saying that it was announcing the beginning of the golden age, because this is what's going to tear down all this crap, and it's been doing it, but not as fast as what we would hope it would do. But thank you. I appreciate that. And it's mine and Allie's show. She just can't be on right now. And we're going to be on in about 35 minutes on Rumble. If you're watching on Facebook, the link is up here. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is right below me. And Allie will be on that because we don't seem to have the lag on Rumble like we do here. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's just YouTube or Facebook, but man, that lag is like 5 seconds. And I had Jim Delacole on both Rumble and here, no lag whatsoever. We were able to interchange back and forth. So one of those platforms is not being friendly to Allie. So much yuck has been released since 2020. It's the planet Pluto. Yeah, the destroyer. He may have pushed, you know what, because he knew they were going to do it anyway. By pushing it early, he could have prevented them from doing a lot worse with it. That's probably true. It still doesn't hide the fact that a lot of people believed him and end up paying the ultimate price for it. Screwed either way is basically, damned if you do and damned if you don't. And that's possible too. I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. That's not a bad idea. That's not. I'll talk to Allie about that. So I made it through. Hopefully, maybe next week I'll talk to Allie about maybe moving to Rumble. We'll see what the lag's like tonight, if there is any. I don't think we had any 2 weeks ago. Allie wasn't here last week, but 2 weeks ago I don't think we had any. And if there is, we might just do global predictions on the YouTube channel via Zoom. So stay tuned to the In5d YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Check to see if you're subscribed, because I just got somebody made a comment on one of my videos. YouTube unsubscribed me again. Allie's mom has to resubscribe all the time. Check out In5d Quantum Tie-Dye for cool shirts like this. This is called Bubblegum Blast. It's one of my new shirts there. You can see I've been doing a little dye today. So yeah, if you recently bought a shirt with any one of these colors, it got dyed today. Anyway, I'm going to leave it off there. I want to thank you on behalf of Allie for joining us here on Facebook and YouTube for Global Predictions. And if no one has told you this yet today, please allow me to be the first. You are loved. You are appreciated. Thank you for your service to humanity. Tune in about 30 minutes to see Allie and me live and uncensored, where we can talk about some of the stuff that we can't talk about here. And hopefully I'll see you there then. Until the next time, sending you all love and light from my heart to yours. Take care, everyone.